I am vlogging today. Woo-hoo-hoo. I have been thinking a lot about how I love watching other people's vlogs. I just don't know if it's something I would be good at yet. But then I thought, I don't need to be good at it. I can just have this for myself to look back on and have it be really fun. So what better way to vlog today than to go to Barnes & Noble with Miss Willa. And we're truly going solo today. I have nobody else coming with. So wish me luck. Let's hope she sleeps or she's mesmerized in a good way about the books. We'll see. See, this is how you can tell how much dust is in my car. Let's just open the window. Okay, dust, go outside. I need dwarves. If I had dwarves, they could just do all the jobs I need to do. I don't need a maid. I need dwarves because I have so many jobs and not enough hands to do it all. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, but before we do, we need to go get ourselves a PSL. And I know you're probably thinking you could just go get one at Barnes & Noble, but for some reason they don't have it yet. So I'm gonna go stop at a Starbucks, grab that pumpkinness. Is that a thing? I don't know. And then we're gonna go get some good books. Okay, not gonna lie, it is a little bit trickier carrying around a baby and holding on to all the stuff you need to hold on to. But I got it, and I asked for extra pumpkin cold foam.
Oh, so good. So good. Okay, let's go.
If you do love me, you should let me go. I am all the rush you've been waiting for. And you said at least this is what you want. If you do love me, you'll be hanging on. So it all began with a small mistake. You can't fix a thing that you cannot break. Am I over you? Am I over this? It is hard to feel what doesn't exist. Everything you know is not your fault. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all. Everything you do will make it fall. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all. If you do love me, you should let me go. I am all the rush you've been waiting.
Okay, so I'm really confused because I just found a graphic novel that I've never seen before, and look at the author. Sarah J. Maas. What? Has anyone seen this?
Everything you know is not your fault. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all. Everything you do will make it fall. In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're all.
to show you books that you're going to fall in love with, I hope, because I loved them as a kid too. Nancy Drew, the queen of mystery. One day. Okay, here's what I have. Quite a few. All of my books that I got kind of have a witch theme except for one. So I'm going to start off with the book that is not witchy or fall-like at all. In fact, I think it's more of a summer read, which means I might save it for when I'm feeling ready to pick those books up again. Right now I'm just strictly fall, but I saw it and I was like, ooh, I need to get that because I'm very curious. And it's called The Invitation, and it's by Lucy Foley. And I know that not everyone likes Lucy Foley's books. I personally really like them. I think that they're easy to read, they're fun, they're thrilling, and I don't know, I really like her writing. This one is not really a thriller from what I've read and gathered from the back. Basically, it's about this journalist who is out and about one night and he meets this girl named Stella, and he's totally taken aback by her and just overwhelmed by her. The person I picture is Daisy Buchanan. I don't know why, but just if you've watched or read The Great Gatsby, she is the type of person that just makes you stop in your tracks. So that's why I'm envisioning her for some reason. And the girl on the cover has short hair, which is kind of like Daisy too. Anyways, he meets her. It seems like he falls for her. And then the next day happens and he's never able to get a hold of her or sync up with her again. So it's kind of like the girl that got away. So after she's vanished, a year passes and the journalist gets an invitation to an Italian villa. And it's a very prestigious kind of affair that he's invited to. So of course he's going to go. And lo and behold, who is there? Stella. So it's kind of like a chance for him to see why she disappeared and kind of figure out what is going to happen between the two of them. So it sounds interesting and different. And again, I love Lucy Foley, so I wanted to pick this one up. So despite the fact that I have 2 copies of this, I'm very, very excited to read it. I have heard really good things about it. And if you don't know what this one's about, or if you haven't read it, basically it's about someone named Annie who is kind of a person who plays it safe in every sense of her life, and she doesn't really venture out or be bold or make changes until one day she is broken up with by her boyfriend. What a scumbag. And she's feeling very sad, but deciding she's going to pick up the pieces and move to a town and accept a teaching job and just try to move on with her life. So in this big momentous change, she meets someone named Sophie, and Sophie is not really well liked by the people in this small town. She's kind of seen as an odd person, but for some reason Annie's just gravitated towards her and thinks that she's incredible and different and wants to be her friend. So it's very, very hinted that Sophie is a witch, and so I can't wait to see how this one plays out and if it's scary at all. I see the spider on the cover, which I wouldn't say spiders are my favorite little creature, so I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm planning to read it in October. The next book that I picked up is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and this one seems really fun and lighthearted while also being kind of spooky because there's witches involved. But basically this one is about a witch named Mika. I'm gonna figure out how to pronounce her name by listening to the audiobook also. And she is a witch, and she's been making these videos and posting them online pretending to be a witch, assuming that if she pretends to be a witch, even though she really is a witch, nobody will assume she's a witch. How many times can I say that word? She does get noticed by someone who discovers she is actually indeed a witch, and they ask her to come to this special school to train 3 young witches, kind of control their magic. So she takes them on and is taking this leadership role, and many, many things start to happen and go wrong. So I think this one's going to be really, really fun. I am going to read it for Desi's Book Buddy read that she has going on with her Patreon account in September this month. So I'm very excited to get to it. The last two books I got are Cozy Mysteries, and Lauren, if you're watching this video, I hope I'm making you proud because those are some of her favorites. The first one is In the Company of Witches, and this I'm very excited for because it's a B&B kind of mystery, and if you've never been to a B&B, you need to get in your car and go to one because they're the coziest, funnest places to go to read at. And I think this is going to be so much fun because it takes place at one. So I'm getting tons of practical magic vibes because there are sisters in it that are witches that are helping a town of people day in and day out without them realizing it by using their magic. And all of a sudden a murder happens and looks like one of the sisters is blamed for it, so they have to come to her aid and help her to figure out who actually is the murderer in this B&B mystery. So I'm very excited to get to this one. I'll probably save it for October. It just seems like it's going to be really, really good. And I've heard that this author is well loved in the mystery community. Oh, and how cute. Oh, wait, it is kind of new. It is 2021. That is cool. Look, there's a little scaredy cat on each chapter. I love the cat. That's so cute. So, gonna get to this one very soon. The only complaint I have, and I don't know if it's just me, I wish that Cozy Mysteries were not so small. I know that small things are cute and I'm a huge fan of small things in general, but holding this in my big hands is just kind of challenging. But maybe I'll get used to it and it'll be fine. I just need to deal with the small paperbacks. Okay, this one is called A Dark and Stormy Tea, and it's another cozy mystery that I picked up. It's newer. It sounded so good and it just made me want to put on a sweater and sit by the fire and drink a cup of coffee or tea, and I just was sold. So I want to read the insert here because I think that might persuade you as well. Tea shop entrepreneur Theodosia Browning dashes down Charleston's famed Gateway Walk in an attempt to outrun an oncoming storm. But lightning, thunder, and pelting rain soon overtake her, and the normally picturesque ramble of hedges, statuary, and flowers become a twisted labyrinth of fog and driving rain. As she approaches St. Philip's graveyard, Theodosia sees two figures locked in a strange embrace. Wiping rain from her eyes, Theodosia realizes she has just witnessed a brutal murder and sees a dark hooded figure slip into the fog. In the throes of alerting police, Theodosia recognizes the victim. It is the daughter of her friend Lois, who owns Antiquarian Books, which is next door to her own Indigo tea shop. Even though this appears to be the work of a serial killer who is stalking the back alleys of Charleston, Lois begs Theodosia for help. Against the advice of her boyfriend, Detective Pete Riley, and the sage words of Drayton, her tea sommelier, amateur sleuth, Theodosia launches her own shadow investigation. She quickly discovers suspects abound, including the dead girl's boyfriend, a nefarious real estate developer, a private security man, a bumbling reporter, and her own neighbor, who is writing a true crime book searching for a big ending. Also, if I mispronounce some words there's a reason why I taught kindergarten, okay? So don't come after me. But doesn't this sound so interesting? I was sold at tea shop, graveyards, serial killer, raging storm. It's going to be good. I don't know when I'm going to read this one, but I know I want to pick it up on a rainy day. I think that's going to be like my mood for when I get to this one, but I'm excited for it. So that sums up my little haul that I have going on here. I'm very excited for these and to get to all of them in the fall. I think if you ever need a pick-me-up and you're feeling like you need to get out of the house, Barnes & Noble is the go-to, or any bookstore really. So I am so glad that I got to get my first vlog done and out of the way. It kind of takes the pressure off now that I've done one, and I hope that I'll be doing more in the future. We'll see. I can't make promises, but I really appreciate you guys for watching. got my scrunch. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you in my next video.
Thank you for letting mommy take you to Barnes and